This is truly a change in the program, the attitude, the fight we had this year.
Last year, I didn't even want to play varsity. I was begging to go on JV because I said I wasn't ready. I mostly relied on other players. This year, I knew I had to do better, and I knew I had to get my act together. Coming into the season, I was mostly thinking personally, it's my second year coming back, so I expected, to be a lot better, to have a lot more experience than some of the other kids that were coming up, so I would be able to help them. Personally, it's an honor because that means the coaches see something in me that they may not see in other kids. So they want me to lead the rest of the team because I have certain traits or qualities that they see that they know will help better the team.
They kind of look up to you as a senior, and they look at you like you played a year before, so you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. And I had a lot of experience playing as a starter last year, so it really helped me to lead and help them understand what's right from wrong on the football field and off the football field.
Being seated 10th doesn't look good, so you want to try to show everybody else that's not where you deserve to be. So we use that as motivation to show we're better than this.
East Rockaway, we are talking about it like it's a playoff game. I know it's crazy. I know you're saying week one, how could it be a must game? It is. This is a team that's right there with us.
That would set the tone for the rest of the season. Because if that was a win, we would know we have a good shot.
In order to win this week, we're going to have to show them we can throw the ball. We have to create space, and we have to beat them down the field. That means you guys have to pass block. All right? You have to give us time. All the hard work that you put in, all the sweat that you put in over the summer, all the time that you dedicated to football comes to a head tomorrow. You have a game that's winnable. It's going to be a physical game. That's what you want. You want a physical game one, to show people how physical you are. You could tell the rest of the conference, well, we're here to play and we're here to make some noise. Lucas Valley. They're a very good football team, but they're not what I thought they were, where they were just going to be dominating everybody this year. They're not. They're a straight-ahead offense. Their theory is we're just going to run through you. If you sell out for us this week, you're going to be in a good position to win this game.
Defensive line, we need to use our arms. Our arms, bench press. That's the best analogy I can give you. Take that person in front of you and bench press him off of you. Like the bar is resting on your chest, get it off. That's what you got to do this week. Guys on top of you, bench him off you. Get that separation. If you get that guy moving backwards, you win.
You got to outwork them, and that's what's going to happen. And they got the long ride here. Everything is working in your favor. You're playing in your field where you always play better. Year after year after year, we always play better here. Hey! You got to move those feet.
You got a chance to do something today that teams don't always get a chance. All right, you're an 11 seed, you get to play one of the top seeds, and this is a chance to, kind of make up for last week. They're not going to take you seriously. They're a good football team. How do you beat good football team? You execute, fight, whistle to whistle. You don't stop blocking, and good technique. You got to be in their face all game long, and you have to have that mentality. I'm going to be bothering you all game long. I don't care if they hit you, punch you, hurt you, you smile at them. You cannot come out and try to gently find your way around, because you'll be exposed. It will be very obvious on this field. If you get scared and you check out, or you take the easy way out, it will be exposed right away. They're going to take advantage of every mistake you give them, so don't make any. Understand?
Let's go. Coach.
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. They pass so much. If we can get pressure on that quarterback and we can frustrate the quarterback and flush him a little bit and hit him, and if we can put our body weight into him, we're going to win this game easily.
We are 0-2. We're sitting at 0-2. Okay? In 3 weeks from now, I want to be talking to you about being 3-2. But you know what? You can't just fast forward 3 weeks. It's got to be one step at a time. We've been waiting a whole week for this. You know that you're the better team. You just have to play your game and prove it on Saturday. 2, 3, Falcons! Malvern has a decent amount of athletes. Some kids will make plays out of nothing. You really need pass to the ball all day long. Don't think, oh, the play's over. So guys who jog on the field will not play because you can't jog on this team.
We're going to try to simulate real football and just see who's ready to play football. Because quite honestly, everybody talks a big game.
After 0-3, that's when you really see the people who do want to play, who wanted to be there and wanted to get better, and the people who just put their heads down and just want to quit.
Quarterback's going to tell you, I'm going to go 1 hole, I'm going to go 3 hole, I'm going to go 5 hole. Straight at your football, but you better execute because we're all watching. Also, what we're looking for is kids who can actually play defense, not just line up on defense.
Tough men drills, a lot of it is psychological because you go in against our own guys and knowing they're better than you or knowing that you want to be better than them. So showing that and putting that into practices, it helps in our mentality because competition, that's what makes us get better.
We got to get a win here, guys, and we're all in this together. We need a win.
That first win, getting it out of the way, knowing that we're not a losing team, we have skill and we're able to beat teams like that. But as a program, it definitely puts everybody's heads up.
Great Neck South is coming here not just to play a game. Nobody just comes and plays a game. They're coming here to win. And I guarantee that coach is showing them the Friends thing and saying, Friends beat these guys, we could beat these guys.
The one thing I'm worried about is their big back, number 25. The most amount of yards that they get is from him. We're going to have to hit him. We're going to have to gang tackle him, and we're going to have to abuse the offensive line.
Yes,
if you push that offensive line back into him, we're going to own him. If he gets a little bit of a gap, we're not going to bring him down with one person. Keep hitting him. Don't die on a play.
You let them build up no confidence. You let them say from the first hit, oh, this is going to be a long day here at Valley Stream South. Do not let it be a trap game. You go in just the way you did last week at Malvern, and you say, all right, we need to win this game. Because you know what? When it comes down to it, this is a playoff game. Every single game this year is now a playoff game. Forget about who your opponent is. Never play down to your opponent's level. You have to play up to your level. Have to make sure we hit the tight end. Okay, they're a heavy running team. They like running the ball, and they pride themselves on running the ball. But every once in a while, they'll try to keep us honest by sneaking a tight end out. We want to knock off this pattern early. So every single play that you have a tight end over you or in front of you, you're putting two hands on him. The technique is we're going to two-hand punch the tight end, standing him up. And then we're stepping to our gap assignment so we can still maintain our single gap defense. Tomorrow is West Hempstead's homecoming. Okay? That means they picked you to be their homecoming game. And trust me, coaches pick the games. So they looked at their schedule and they said, what's a pretty good game that we got a great shot at winning? As a matter of fact, we know we're going to win. Valley Stream South. We want them to be our homecoming.
It's never the greatest thing to be a homecoming visitor.
It's a little slap in the face.
So it makes you really want to come out a lot harder.
It bothers me a little bit. It bothers me a lot, I'm not going to lie to you. Because that means that they chose you thinking that they're going to kick your ass tomorrow. Go there, hit them as hard as you can all day long, and take their homecoming away from them. remember your homecoming. Those are the only games you're going to remember. It's the most fans you're going to get here. It's going to be a nice day. It's what everybody talks about in school the next week, even though this other hoopla was going on. It is the most important week of your football season.
The homecoming is mostly about the football game. So being a part of the football team, we have to know that that's our focus.
You got to win it. Destiny is in your hands. You're still in control of your own destiny as far as the playoff goes. You win one, you win two, and you're in. That's it. That's what it comes down to.
Games in the sport of football where you kind of know exactly what the other team's main objective is. They want to beat you with 35. That's the kid, man. That's their boy. So you know when you have a read, when you have a key that you can focus in on, I mean, if you can shut down 35, we got a great opportunity today, boys. Punish him. He's got to be physically exhausted. 35 cannot have more energy than you at the end of the game, or you, or you, or you. Got it? All right, let's go, let's go. Hit on three. Hit on three. 1, 2, 3. That team was in the conference finals last year. That team does not respect us. They're coming here thinking they're going to walk through us. I don't care what our record says. I know what we have. I know what we have on this team. I expect to see it. You have to be dying to get on this field right now. You got to believe it in here. It's got to come from in here. And it starts on the opening kickoff. Win every play. You may not win every play, but you try to win every play. Because every game's a playoff. Let's go.
to end the season on a win, okay? I know a lot of you guys are asking me, is there a shot at making the playoffs? We can't worry about that, all right? If you want me to be totally honest with you, believe it or not, there is a shot at making the playoffs, but you would need, you know, you would need a lot of things to happen. Is it impossible? No. But I'm going to tell you one thing that definitely has to happen for you to go to the playoffs. You have to win. I told you it was great last week having everything in control. You know, we were in control of everything. Now you're not in control of everything. But you're in control of going up to Oyster Bay, playing the best game of this season, and coming out of there with a win. That's what you're in control of.
In the back of my mind, I knew it was probably going to be the last game, you know, all of us together.
But we still have to work hard and play hard.
Just go out with a bang. It's tough because I'm not going to see these guys. I'm not going to suit up with them.
And let me tell you something else. There's no way Oyster Bay should be going to the playoffs, okay? So if you have any pride in Conference 4 football, you win tomorrow because to seat them 16 and for them to sneak into the playoffs because they beat Great Neck North, Great Neck South, Island Trees, that's an embarrassment to the conference, okay? It's up to you guys to stop that from happening. A win knocks them out. So that's what it comes down to. You have to play with a little bit of pride, a little bit of passion, and you have to leave everything you have on the field. Whatever you got left, play every play like it's your last.
Played like the last game we were ever going to play because it was that last game all together as a team, as like a brotherhood. So it was definitely special. We definitely put it all on the field.
Seniors, I want to thank you for a great year. I want to thank you for being part of the program for the past 4 years, possibly 6 years playing in junior high. And we're always there for you, and anything you need, we want you to come back.
Knowing that it was over, it just really put me in a tight emotional spot because I don't want to stop playing football, not anytime soon. So it really was hard.
When the seniors left that room, the room was still very much filled. So knowing that we have that many kids that do want to play and that want to go through the hardships and the highs and the lows of the season, it definitely is a positive.
So we finished in 9th place, and we were one spot away from the playoffs. We had some nice games, we had some nice moments, but as a year, I'm not happy. I'm not doing a 3-5 anymore.
The previous year is gone. We can't do anything about it, but all we can do is improve.
Our goal is not just to get into the playoffs, to get to Hofstra next year. If you want that to be your goal also, get on board and join the program the entire year. Football is not going to be August 18th to November 1st anymore. All right, football is going to be the full year.
That mindset of winning and wanting to get better can't just come right at August, because at that point it's too late. It has to come right after that season ends, because if you don't want that fire, if you don't have it in your eyes, if you don't want to get better and just better yourself throughout the rest of that year, then there's no way you can just do it over the summer.
I think the group coming up, along with the group I have coming back, is a special group, and it can be a special group.
I have big expectations because of the depth we have in our team. I know if I give 100 workout in the off season, that not only I but my whole team could be great. The kids on this team, they have football in their minds throughout the year. I go up to them, I ask them questions, seeing if they're working out. You know, the answer is always yes. They always want to get better. So knowing that they want to get better outside of the season, it definitely brings my head up for maybe playoff seed, and maybe going to Hofstra. Maybe we could have a trophy in the trophy wall.
On 3 team, that's what we are, on 3 team. 1, 2, 3,